He is our medical advisor here with ViSi. He is a registered pharmacist. He's a doctor of natural medicine, and he has been so instrumental in helping us to just have so much knowledge about what the ViSi products bring to the marketplace and how we can not only get better enhanced benefits from the product, also help other people as well. And we get asked so many questions in specific areas. And tonight, I asked Dr. Rouse if he could talk about the key role that your liver plays in weight loss, because the Trimma is such a tremendous asset to the product line. It's the product that really is kind of leading the pace, and so many people out of the marketplace need to lose weight. They're struggling with their weight, and there are times when people just need to know how to take it to another level, how to enhance things. And we've certainly got amazing targeted nutrition in the Trimma formula that targets the liver, and the liver is such a key aspect to whether or not someone has successful weight loss or not. So I asked Dr. Rouse to talk on this tonight because he's going to bring it back around and talk about the Trimma at the end and talk about the condition-specific issues and also the targeted nutrition that will enhance our liver's role in weight loss. So Dr. Rouse, you've prepared a very simple presentation for us tonight, not very long, but very simple, but to the point. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to you.
Thank you, Gloria, and we will look at the liver. What an amazing organ. What an amazing part of the human body. It, by the way, is the second heaviest organ in the human body. The heaviest organ of the human body is the skin. It weighs 2 times more than the liver itself. And the liver is your metabolic machine. So let's pretend that somebody's asking questions. Why am I bigger than I used to be? And then, is it big bones? Is it big cells? Is it big appetites? Is it big beer coolers? And then you would ask the question to find out where you do belong and to find out how we can help you to get there by helping your liver to play a major role in weight loss. We'll ask you a question. What did you look like? What was your body structure as a woman when you were 18 years old? Or as a man, what was your body like at age 21? And that's your ideal. Age 18 for she, 21 for he. And tonight we'll allow ourselves to go back and look at the secrets of weight loss. So here we go. The secrets of weight loss. Actually, most people are going to pack it on from age 21 to age 60. So those in that zone, that's where we lose the war. And if we're beyond that spectrum of age, then we have to work very hard to move it off. And an overworked liver caused by being overweight, see, whenever we're overweight, we overwork the liver. And anytime we do that, the bile flow, the pancreatic juices and the liver function and the bile flow, that it becomes more like sludge instead of liquid. And that's what's so aggravating, when your liver is now producing the wrong kind of bile, too thick. And this predisposes whoever it is that has a sluggish liver to another problem called the bile stones, the gallbladder stones, the things that are very difficult. And when your liver responds improperly to saturated fats and trans fats, things like we find in the fries and the fast foods, anything that's saturated and trans fatty, the end result is inflammation. And goodness, when the liver gets inflamed, imagine how you quickly know that you're hurting if you get a sunburn on the outside of the skin, the organ called the skin, but you can also become inflamed on the inside in the liver. And since your liver is such a vital organ for metabolism, we've got to keep inflammation out. Your liver works like a post office, a major busy post office. It always takes in all the incoming mail, like nutrients, like toxins, like drugs, like vitamins. Everything that comes in, it's like incoming mail, and it sorts it out. So the liver, like a post office, is a major sorting mechanism in the human body. And it knows that this is a toxin. I've got to detoxify it. And once it sorts it and detoxifies it, then it ships it off to the different destinations for your body to use as energy. So if the liver is inflamed and the toxicity is maximum, the post office gets overrun with mail and the delivery is slow. You may have something that you needed in the mail, you're not going to get it because it's still at the post office. And the big battle happens in your liver. And it is the mother of all inflammatory responses. That's where major inflammation begins in the human body, the liver. So we've got to take care of that. And that's the one part that makes you store fat. Anybody with an inflammation in the liver is storing, putting away, packing on the white adipose tissue, the fluffy fat. And when that happens, you're always going to experience the unhealthy effects of the inflammation. So fixing your liver is like signing a digestive peace treaty that can end the war of your waistline. If you are having belly fat problems or the waist issue is growing steadily outward, then you can sign the peace treaty by fixing the liver. Fatty livers happen when the liver becomes overwhelmed with fat that's sent to the liver, by the way, from the intestines and another part of the body called the omentum. Now, the omentum is a fat layer that's designed to protect your organs. It's designed to protect your liver and your kidneys and your colon. So it's out there as a shield, a bib. But unfortunately, the omentum can become oversaturated itself with fat. And so now you've got the intestines loaded with fat. People are eating saturated fats and trans fats and all kinds of fats. And the omentum gets stuffed with fats. And all of a sudden, the fatty liver happens because the liver becomes overwhelmed with fat that the intestines and the omentum should have been processing or sending out, trying to get rid of. And fatty livers can lead to medical conditions called fibrosis and any kind of stiffness, hardness of the liver will reduce your liver function. And if it goes too long, too far, too bad, it'll even turn into a serious liver problem called cirrhosis. So fibrosis, hardening up, can become extremely hard under cirrhosis. And if it's allowed to progress over time, it can become detrimental. So the liver is very important. And when you're under stress, the omentum, that fat protecting area of the human body, is going to help you by clearing the body of cortisol steroids. See, the omentum works like a vacuum cleaner, and it senses that you're under stress, which you're now producing cortisol, which is a steroid. And this cortisol steroid is going to be sucked out of the bloodstream by the omentum. But the cortisol steroids then turn right around and they turbocharge the omentum to store more fat. So isn't it a catch-2 situation? The omentum helps to suck up and vacuum out the cortisol steroids, but as soon as the cortisol gets stuck in the omentum, in the fat, it tells the omentum to store more fat. So the best way to ever diagnose yourself in the relationship is stress hurting you, is to look at your belly fat, your waistline. And if the waistline is expanding or the belly fat is immensely getting out of control, then stress is killing you. And as soon as the omentum starts sucking up or vacuuming up the cortisol out of the bloodstream, the whole body system goes into metabolic disarray. And it'll start making your omentum resistant to insulin. That is not good. We call it metabolic syndrome or syndrome X. And it's all because of stress. And as soon as the omentum starts sucking the cortisol out of the bloodstream, the body goes into that metabolic disarray. And insulin resistance is a real mess. So when you are resistant to insulin, your sugar will now float around, swim in the bloodstream without being absorbed. No energy, total fatigue, belly fat, stuffy liver. And unfortunately, when sugar is floating around without being absorbed and used properly, the cells need that insulin, need that sugar, need that energy. But when they don't get it, they get discombobulated. So insulin resistance turns against you. And insulin resistance means damaged tissue. You're going to hurt yourself. You're going to cause your knees to be inflamed, your hips to be out of joint, your back to hurt, your head to ache. And when all this stuff is going on, just because you've got inflammation in your liver, you're now going to produce higher, stronger inflammatory chemicals, bad stuff. And this is going to destabilize the delicate equilibrium of your other hormones. Now testosterone, estrogen, progesterone, dopamine, adiponectin, leptin, all these things, hormones, are now going to be very destabilized. The delicate equilibrium gets so distraught, which then forces the omentum to pump a high octane fat. It's going to say we've got to do something to put the fire out. And so the omentum pushes high octane fat directly into your liver. Now you've got a liver that was already bulging, already inflamed, and the omentum is pushing more fat into the liver. And the liver becomes more toxic and more inflamed. Plus, any inflammatory chemicals in the liver will cause a cascade of toxic protein, like C-reactive protein, bad protein, toxic protein, to be released into the body. And this is where heart disease comes about. This is where TIA mini strokes occur from. This is where leg cramps show up. This is where chronic fatigue becomes a syndrome, because the body is pumping fat directly into the liver. The liver is toxic, inflamed, and these inflammatory chemicals from the liver are cascading toxic protein and releasing it throughout the entire body system. So you see, your liver, the organ most responsible for metabolism, is designed to receive its blood and it's nutrients, and it's good, wholesome food from your gut. But if you're feeding your gut saturated fats, trans fats, bad fats, what it does not want is that kind of stuff. And your liver is getting it from the gut, and your gut does not want trans fats from those extra large orders of fries. Sometimes it's just a lifestyle change can make a major difference. And the liver works overtime. Yes, the liver works overtime. It's going to have to process those munchies that you've eaten after midnight, as well as work on that cup of coffee that you drink at 5 o'clock in the morning. The liver never gets a rest. And your liver takes every chemical in your body, and processes it by binding it to a protein, and then it tries to transform it into something that the body can use. So the liver really does want to help you. The liver really does want to make things more usable, and liver enzymes are awesome. I mean, they just really want to help you work and work and work. And by the way, let me tell you a little secret. Did you know that just smelling grapefruit oil, you know, a lot of us eat grapefruit for breakfast, but just smelling the grapefruit itself, yes, just smelling, just the scent, has an effect on reducing your appetite. How about that for a home remedy? If you want to really curb your appetite, you can just get you some grapefruit oil and smell it now and then, or cut your grapefruit and before you eat, whiff it, because the smell, the very aromatic smell of a grapefruit, stimulates specialized liver enzymes to do the job. Now, I can tell you some foods that'll help reduce the inflammation chemicals in your liver. More nuts, walnuts, pecans, almonds, you name it, every nut has it. It's good fat, and it will definitely help you reduce inflammation in your liver. There's a powerful herbal nutrition called psyllium, a great fiber called psyllium, and it'll reduce inflammation in the liver. Eat more lean meats. What do you mean by lean meats, Charlie? Well, I mean any two-legged animal preferred, or fish, or more protein. And if you're going to take in a protein, get something that's absorbable, a good collagen-based protein. Eat more vegetables, particularly the cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, things that count. Beets, eat more beets. And while you're eating your fruits and vegetables, eat more apples. They're just very good for the liver. Low-fat yogurt, good for the liver. Garlic, eggs have sulfur, super nutrition for the liver. Beans and peas, good for the liver. Onions, pears, oat bran, all of that good for the liver. But the trashy foods, the things that have added sugars, if it says on the box sugar added, or the drink sugar added, or the food sugar added, forget it. It's bad for the liver. Those simple carbohydrates will tear you up. And anything that has the word high fructose corn syrup, for sure leave it alone, because it's an enemy number one of the liver. So trans fats, saturated fats, high fructose corn syrups are the major reason people are having liver problems. And even whole wheat flour, any kind of wheat flour, refined flour, is a no-no. It is putting detrimental pressure on your liver. So you must win the primary battle by quieting down your inflammation and decreasing your fat storage system. If you'll notice on the slide there, I even put deodorants. Did you know that some people cannot lose weight sufficiently because of the deodorant that they use. Now, I'm not advocating no deodorants, not at all. But if your deodorant contains a chemical that's called aluminum, and you can look on there, there's aluminum. If you're putting aluminum topically onto your body every day, you're absorbing aluminum, and guess where that aluminum has to go and stay and store? The liver. And if you have a spray antiperspirant or deodorant, you look on the can, if your spray is propelled with polychlorobiphenol, then I challenge you to get rid of it, because polychlorobiphenol is a fat storage chemistry, and it makes your liver sick every time. So deodorants with aluminum and spray deodorants with those propellants, they're out. And we've also found that here we are in winter months, that if you are one who is prone to raise the temperature of your house to just a little bit above normal warm, you're hindering your weight loss system. Your liver is directly controlled to the body temperature system, and when you want to lose weight, when you want to get rid of belly fat, not only do you have to eat good, but you need to keep your house cooler in the winter. And the cooler it is, not cold, not sickly bad, but just not overheated, because overheating a room slows down the calorie burning motors. And so what's in our product that speeds up the anti-inflammatory processes? It's called green tea extract. Now let's go to the next slide and let me show you something else about what a fatty liver symptom looks like. And the truth is that sometimes you just need to find out that these are the reasons people have these problems, because they have inflammation in their liver. Do you feel that you're not as healthy and vibrant as other people your age? They're healthier than you are? Then fix your liver. Do you have low energy levels? Then work on the liver first. Do you have difficulty thinking clearly? You know, things are cloudy, kind of cottony? Then fix the liver. Do you often feel the mully grubs or the moody blues? You're depressed? Then fix the liver. The liver is connected to depression. Do you get more than 1 or 2 colds a year? Then make sure your liver is working for detoxification. Because if you're getting sickly, your liver needs help. Do you suffer, if you're a lady, from premenstrual syndrome or fibrocystic breast disease or uterine fibroids? That is an indication that the liver needs cleaning. Do you have sore, aching muscles for no particular reason? That's a liver issue. Do you have bad breath or stinky stools? You know, halitosis is a liver problem. And if you're hypersensitive to chemicals, then you need to work on it. You see, once the body's detoxification system becomes overloaded, toxic metabolites start accumulating, and then we become progressively more sensitive to chemicals. Many toxins after they have been made water soluble by the liver, like cadmium and mercury and lead. The first thing the body's going to do is say, well, let me help you get rid of it. And it takes it to the kidney to move it out. So what nutrition in Trimma is going to help the liver and the kidneys to detoxify? It's called cordyceps. Now, on the phase 1, phase 2 detoxification system, see, phase 1 detoxification takes care of prescription drugs, over-the-counter drugs, or any chemical that you brought into your body, even the deodorant with the aluminum. The phase 1 detoxification is enzymatic. It requires enzymes to do the work. Phase 2 detoxification is when your body builds up and has an ample supply of glutathione. You need more glutathione in order to detox the body, which then leads to another portion of phase 2 called methylation. That's getting rid of the homocysteine. And then you got sulfation, which gets rid of the sulfites. And then you got acetylization, which gets rid of all the poison. So phase 2 is major. What's going to help me to do that, Charlie? Well, the first thing we got to do is drink more water. You're going to need at least 48, perhaps even 64 ounces per day of water just to get phase 1 and phase 2 induction going. And then on the board are the big 3 C's. Here they are, and they are in the Trimma in a very special way. Chromium, yes, the chromium niacinate is powerhousing the liver detox. The green coffee bean, they call it a GBC, or we call it coffee Arabica. Doesn't matter what you call it. The green coffee bean is in our product to enhance phase 1 and phase 2 production. And the power charger is called cordyceps. So when you got synergy, 3 C's, chromium, coffee, and cordyceps, the coffee jumpstarts the metabolism. The coffee produces a healthier basal metabolic rate. The coffee is in our product to balance blood sugar levels. The coffee is in our product to stop sugar cravings. The coffee is in our product to maintain healthy blood pressure. The coffee is in our product to burn fat first and limit the amount of sugar that gets flowed back in or released into the bloodstream. So let's burn the fat, but let's not leak the sugar. And that's what coffee does. Coffee helps the body's insulin sensitivity to stay on track. Cordyceps helps the liver and the kidney to function more properly. Cordyceps is liver enhancing and kidney enhancing. Cordyceps prevents hyperglycemia, sugar rising too high. Cordyceps improves the peripheral insulin sensitivity, those things outside that are trying to work for you. Cordyceps improves your adrenal function, things that make you tired and weak get better. Cordyceps improves your glucose metabolism, and cordyceps is very major in improving your body's stress tolerance by improving your adrenals. Chromium is the key that unlocks it all. So in the product Trimma, we have the secret to successful liver detoxification. Trimma is designed to improve glutathione levels majorly. It is a glutathione enhancing nutrition. And when Trimma goes to work on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month, year-to-year basis, we should definitely see a much healthier liver. So, Gloria, that's the rest of the simple story on what we have in a product called Trimma.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Rouse, for coming on here and explaining all of this. And boy, the liver does have a major role in helping us be successful with weight loss. And I tell you, most people would not even think to go out and pick up these targeted nutritions. They wouldn't even know where to start. And that's the amazing thing about having such an advanced formulation. And these are just 3 of the ingredients that are in Trimma. There are more, But again, this is an area that has to be targeted and has to be worked on for successful weight loss. So this is a major role, a key role in our success. And Trimma is something that, with the nutrition that's in there, you know, we can continue on this until we get to the ideal weight. We can use it as a maintenance. This is something that someone can use long term. This is not going to overstimulate the body and burn out the adrenals. This is something that's going to help restore the balance back to our metabolism. So this is really cutting edge, very exciting information. You know, there are major doctors around the country that have recommended the coffee Arabica. You know, in and of itself, just that one nutrition has been raved about for helping people lose weight. And we've got a plethora of ingredients working together. And you've always said that any one of these ingredients are so much more powerful when they're blended together than if you just took it by themselves. I know Dr. Oz talks about the coffee Arabica all the time, the green coffee beans. So we really have, you know, what the public is looking for, and you can be confident when you put someone on this product that they're going to get the benefits that they need for safe and healthy weight loss. So we appreciate you coming on here and explaining this topic for us tonight. I think this covers the liver very well. And so again, this will be a great call for us to share with people. So thank you so much. We'll put together another fantastic topic for you to talk about next week. And we just want to wish everybody a great ViSi week. And keep sharing the Trimma. We are right here at the peak time of the year when everybody, all they think about is, I want to get this weight off. And we're right here in January, the start of the year, when everybody's resolution is to lose weight. So share this information, and if there's anything else or specific topic we can help you with, just shoot us an email, shoot Dr. Rouse an email, and we'll certainly cover it. So thank you, Dr. Rouse. Have a great rest of the week, and we'll talk to all of you on the next call.